So yeah, really, really nice to have you guys back. Really appreciate it. Wish we had Cabral, but you know, I'll take what I can get, as the song goes.
Yeah. I'm glad that I'm just good enough.
You're fine. You are Soundspeed. You are my everything. That I'm basically okay with.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all right. You're not the best, but
you're not the apple of my eye. You're sort of more of a pomegranate. You know, still decent.
Pomegranate. That's my favorite breed of dog.
I think you're thinking Pomeranian.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking pomegranate.
I do like Mai Tais, which are usually made with pomegranate.
I like my ties as well. I bought quite a few of them.
Oh,
I wear them with suits. Yeah.
Oh, these puns are terrible. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody! Welcome. Sorry.
3, 2, 1. Hey.
Welcome back to Dropping the Ball, the movie, the game, the movie.
I fucked that up so badly. Oh man. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Hey.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Read.
Let's read.
You've been waiting for that sound. That's right. It's Soundspeed and Lightning Rap back again. Oh yeah. We don't have Cabral though because he was
having a complete Let's Read is fucking stupid.
Yeah. So we don't have Cabral, so that means not reading Living the Dream today, but we are going to be reading Shattered.
Or it is actually called Empty, and the chapter is Shattered.
Oh, Empty. Chapter 1, Shattered. Chapter 1,
Speaking
only
of Shattered.
and this is a story recommended by Soundspeed. It's by the one and only the one Templar.
The singular Templar. There were no others.
There.
And it is it's a Black Templar from Warhammer 40k.
And I think it's worth noting, by the way, one story, 0 blog posts, 670 favorites.
Yeah.
He has been busy.
Can we just describe the picture as well, which is Derpy looking very like overly fat and fluffy with the word dreams, and then an anti-aircraft battery with the words reality on it, shooting her down.
Yeah.
And somebody's signature is on that.
I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna, like, as we're speaking, I'm actually grabbing that picture, and it'll hopefully be at least part of the. It's too small.
I'm
to be
glad
the actual
they
title
signed
part.
it. We wouldn't want someone to steal something like that.
Oh yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that you have your watermark on that.
Oh, it's animated when you click on it.
Wait, what?
Is it?
Yeah, the gun shoots Derpy and blood comes out of her and she dies.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, wolf. It begs the question as to why the guy thought it was a good idea to upload a GIF as a fanfiction picture, because, I don't know, I guess he thought that would work.
That is so weird. What the hell? Wow.
Oh, it says swag. Also, the blood spells out swag on the last frame.
Does it?
Yeah, I just paused it at swag.
That's so
Where's
uncomfortably weird. Like, anyway, this is apparently a... God, I'm actually slightly, like, I got thrown off by that GIF. That's really
right.
weird.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is a comedy random human story with one.
as you might have guessed from the GIF, it is a comedy random human story. 2 thumbs up, 4 thumbs down, 2 comments, and 2,000 views.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, how the hell does that happen? How the hell did 2,000 people see this, and yet only 6 people bother to like rate it, and only 2 people comment?
And one of them was the one Templar.
Yeah, I mean, like, I sort of assumed that, like, the author was going to, like, do it himself. Oh, wow, this is so weird. Anyway, it's, this story is really bizarre. Anyway, it's a... For some reason, the only characters in this, despite Derpy being on the cover, are Changeling and OC. And the description of the story is, when a time came, it was time. Templar had too much time and wrote a silly story. Dun dun duh. Period. Cookie for whoever can get all that references.
See, I like how you said cookies for whomever can get all the references, like in an attempt to be grammatically correct, but ended up fucking up the grammar anyway because it's cookie to whomever can get all the references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Wow, this fucking story, man. Like, right out of the
GG,
gate.
no re. We haven't even started reading it, and we're already fucking exhausted.
Yeah, again, the mystery of how the hell almost 2,200 people read this thing without, like, any of them bothering to say anything or comment or anything. Did he, like, spam the story? Like, spam refresh the story or something? Like,
Maybe he thought that was how to get on like the featured page, was to just spam refresh and get like a ton of views.
Maybe. This is so fucking weird. Anyway,
This
whatever.
is fascinating. All right. Shattered. Entry 1. I am Fractus Animus, and I have survived. It was a few days since the bombs hit Canterlot. Not much to be said. Some war, started with some nation, was our end. I was a lucky one. I had a shelter deep under the city, in the caves. Nothing fancy, just your standard box in the ground. I felt the earth tremble as the bombs ripped apart the surface. The earth heaved as the bomb went off. As it continued, an iron beam, loose due to the grasp of time, wavered and fell, striking me. When I awoke, there was silence and an overpowering darkness. I laid there for a while, not sure what to do. The topside is scorched, and there is no power down here. After my eyes adjusted, I could make out the mess that was my bomb shelter. Beams fallen, supplies scattered, and even my generator, made to withstand extreme pressure, was a bust, and absolutely not worth the fucking money. Was it like an IKEA fucking generator?
I guess.
Go, you
Also, what
go
the
around
hell,
to get a 99-cent store and buy a bomb shelter.
So the guy, he was in his bomb shelter when the bombs fell, which was lucky. But
Really
the entire
convenient.
Yeah, but the bomb
It wasn't
shelter was
lucky.
completely destroyed.
Which means it was a
Yeah.
really shitty bomb shelter.
I was going to say, he might as well have just not built it at all and sat in the caves. Because,
Well,
like, the caves were natural protection, and he wouldn't have had a beam fall on his head if he hadn't built the shelter.
Yeah. Like, this is so weird. Like, how the hell does it blow up everything, destroying everything, and yet the only thing that happens to him is that a bit of a bit of the infrastructure falls on his head.
Although, to be fair, though, iron beams, if they're the same sort of iron beams I'm thinking of, are absolutely massive, so he should be dead anyway.
Oh, no, totally. But I mean, like, obviously, yeah, he should be brained from the giant bit of iron. But how the hell does the bomb obliterate the generator, tear through metal, not affect him at all, but then just the bit of metal that the bomb tore apart hits
It
him
just
in
so
the head?
happened that the one bunker buster they loaded onto the
He
plane
has, like,
landed
a million
right there.
resistance to fire and explosive damage, but none to, like, blunt. And so he gets hit with a
Yeah.
blunt beam, and that's what does him in.
Also, he says tremble as the bombs ripped apart the surface. Then he says the earth heaved as the bomb went off. So there was only one bomb, and then there were multiple bombs.
It was a
Maybe that's
cluster
why he
bomb.
was only prepared for one bomb, and then
Oh, yeah.
there was like more than
no,
one
he was
bomb.
prepared for multiple, and there was only one. That was the problem.
No, see, he went with the value bomb shelter because he only assumed there would be one, so it was like, oh, one use only. Like, I can afford it.
It's like, oh, whatever. What's the chance of it being multiple bombs all strapped together that will explode non-simultaneously after the
What
first
are
one
the chances
hits?
of them carpet bombing Canterlot? That's a phrase you don't hear very often, isn't it?
No.
What are the chances of them carpet bombing Canterlot? Okay,
Oh, geez.
Well, thankfully, the roof hadn't caved in, even though the iron support beam fell.
yeah.
You'd think it would be like...
You think the beam would be part of that, but apparently not. It was just one
Yeah,
of those random
it's
beams.
literally just a random beam just sitting there, not really doing anything. After rummaging around, I found a flashlight and a notebook that I will keep to help my sanity.
Okay.
Anyway, I am going to sleep. Nothing to be done right now. End of entry 1. So, like, he wakes up and he's pinned to the ground by an iron beam. So he stays underneath the beam, grabs, like, a notebook, kind of jots some shit down, and then just goes to sleep with the beam still on his back, thinking, oh, there's nothing to do.
Well, I love how the first entry in the diary is literally just him, like, waking up, being pinned against the ground, looks around, finds the diary, pulls it over to him, and scrawls down, I think I'm going to keep a diary. Closes his diary.
I've
Good entry.
decided, upon being trapped by this iron beam, that I want to start a diary.
Well, I mean, you know, better late than
It's a
never.
real wake-up call for me.
Fractus set his notebook and flashlight down. Looking around the shelter one last time, Fractus turned off the flashlight and went to sleep. Slam! And welcome to the jam!
Yeah.
Fractus woke with a start and sat up to some sick b-ball.
Yeah.
Heaven hails! What was that?
Fractus said to no one as he looked around. After a moment, Fractus laid back down. Nothing had changed, just the old fallen beams, scattered supplies, and a fiery glow. Wait, what? Fractus shot back up.
Shot back up while still being pinned by the beam, so he's just basically just doing sit-ups.
I feel like the fucking beam is like just glued to his chest and has no actual weight to it, so he's just moving around like...
Well, so it's a non-support beam, so I guess it's just like a decorative beam that just sort of like is like laying on top of him. Maybe every time he moves, it just sort of shifts. Like he's not actually stuck, but he's just playing.
Maybe if Slam and Welcome to the Jam is playing, then Michael Jordan fell on him and he just mistook it for an iron beam.
I can see that.
Oh god.
He is quite tall.
Oh, Jesus. In the corner of the room, a figure stood consisting completely of darkness.
Michael Jordan?
Oh.
Woo!
Ooh, I didn't actually mean that in a racist way. There was a mysterious figure and I wanted to say Michael Jordan.
We'll just say that you're talking about the fact that he's kind of a huge asshole in real life and trying to avoid the creepy racist undertones of the comment.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna...
Whatever, it's no worse than anything we've said before.
The figure of a pony stood 6 feet tall, blood-red eyes, and a grin showing rows of razor-sharp teeth.
It is
In its
Michael
hoof-
Jordan.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Lightning.
In its hoof was a sword wreathed in flames, causing shadows to dance around the room. So he's a dark figure with no color, and he casts other shadows that are fire.
Yes.
Okay,
That is
doesn't
the
make it.
most sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how light works, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much.
Unable to move, Fractus sat there. Unable to move because he was fucking still pinned down by the beam.
Hmm.
He stared at the pony, and the figure stared at him. After a bit, the figure lowered his sword and set fire to the nearest box.
Okay.
Fuck this box.
Fuck this one box in particular.
Oh god. Well, this couldn't get any worse.
Fractus
Not my
thought.
porn collection, Fractus thought. That was what was in that one box.
Here you go, Lightning. You get to be Captain Darkness von Evilstein.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it can.
A small voice in his head replied. The figure proceeded to fling its sword at Fractus, as if it heard the reply.
What?
Unfortunately for Fractus, this story isn't about him. The fiery sword embedded itself into Fractus' face,
Oh,
sliding
shit.
through the skin and getting stuck in his skull, making a well-roasted brain to feast on. The shadowy pony walked over, twisted his sword so the skull split, and consumed the juicy, yummy brains. Quite frankly, I saw it coming.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm.
Anyway,
I'm
it's,
just kidding, I did not see that coming.
That was really fucking weird. Lightning Rabbit, do you want
And I like
Oh,
how he's just
what?
like, the guy comes in and he's armed with a huge ass weapon and he's about to kill him, and then sets fire to the box. He's like, oh well, that's the worst of it.
Oh, bonk.
He can't do anything else.
Oh, it's one of these stories.
Lightning Rabbit, you have the next line of him. Please explain in his own words what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
And so, our would-be protagonist is consumed and his brains are... Sorry, what the hell did I... And
Damn it,
killed
it's
and
his-
his brains are consumed. He is consumed and his brains are consumed. The Shadow Pony returns to the government of Canada to report the success of the bombing.
Said a voice behind the shadowy figure. You see, because Canada's random and...
Yeah, fucking Canada, man. Seriously.
Is this literally one of those, like, La Meme Reddit green text
Yes,
story?
yes it is.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Not even a green text story. Not even that level of good.
Yeah.
Oh.
For one thing, there's not nearly enough sexual innuendo.
Said a
Yeah,
voice
it's true.
behind the shadowy figure. The shadowy pony turns around, and sure enough, there is someone behind him talking to himself. For some odd reason, this man was dressed like a second-rate cartoon superhero. Sure, the tan dress pants, the black dress shoes, hat and trench coat was actually quite threatening when coupled with the man's rather large frame, but what ruined it was his mask. I like that. It's like a dude wearing like a suit and a trench coat. Like, that is not
threatening.
menacing.
So
that looks like something
threatening.
right out of my high school.
Yeah. Looks like one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, like
Except
at best you can look
less
like a
the trench
gangster,
coat.
but like gangsters are not in and of themselves threatening. It's the things around them and the things they do and the threat of them that makes them threatening. A guy just dressed as a gangster does not.
someone in the YouTube comments was
Well,
trying to
I-
argue that guns weren't invented to kill people; they were invented to threaten people. I was
But
like, I'm pretty sure they were invented to kill people. The fact that they're threatening comes from the fact that they can kill you.
Oh no, the original design for the gun didn't even fire. It was literally just meant to intimidate people.
My mistake.
It makes sense. Yeah. Covering the man's head entirely and fitting his head like a glove.
What?
Yes, the head glove. I forgot.
Wearing one of those gimp suits again.
Yeah.
The latex mask had the image of what looked to be the face of a rather upset teddy bear, which contrasted with the white mask, but looked oddly right with his hat. So he was like a protagonist from like Payday.
Yeah, or
it's gonna go
like
rob a
some,
bank up.
honestly, this really is just coming off as like some weird, stupid anime bullshit. Like
I can see that. I can see
well-dressed man with bare head, and like random shadow dude and
It's like
Lel
Hotline
random
Miami,
jokes.
isn't it?
Sort of, like the combined with the Lel random joke style, it comes off as like one of those really horrible comedy anime things.
Yeah.
It basically is. Alright, so who's the narrator and who's the
I don't
shadowy
even
pony?
fucking know. Okay, that's Lightning Rabbit's the narrator since that was him last time. So I guess the shadow pony has to. Oh god, this is so fucking stupid.
You get to be the shadowy pony now.
Yeah. Who are
brilliant.
you?
The shadowy pony asks,
I am a plot dump, the narrator.
said the man with zero fucking transparency. Or with like 100% fucking transparency, excuse me.
I follow heroes and narrate their adventure.
Instead of replying to plot dump, the shadowy creature just turned and started walking to Canada.
Will our shadowy friend make it to Canada? Will we ever know his name? Is his sword making up for something? Find out next time on...
Get it? It's the implication.
Yeah,
Jeff
it's
Jones.
so
He's
funny.
got a tiny penis!
Oh my
Stay with me, guys!
No,
He's
no.
got a tiny cock!
Okay.
Penis. Anyway.
I think the issue here is that this story blows hard.
Yeah. This is so fucking stupid. Anyway, shut up.
The shadowy pony yelled.
Fuck you. My name is Waffle Falafel.
Yeah, waffle.
And so, Waffle Falafel arrived in Canada, went into the secret government building, and was about to give his report when...
What the? What? Wait, what? How am I in Canada already? I just took a couple of steps.
Oh, I get it. You're doing that whole, like, time warping thing. Anyway,
Soundspeed, you're a bit soft there, mate.
Said waffle?
Mr. Falafel,
A voice cried.
good to see you return, eh?
Dumbstruck, Waffle turned around. Walking down the hallway was his commanding officer, Stick IT Mud.
What?
Oh, I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Stick in the mud.
Stick was about 6 foot tall human, skinny, wider than sour cream, and a smooth face. Due to lack of sunlight, nothing could grow on it.
Yep, that's how that works. Because we all photosynthesize, don't we?
Yes. You see, people who stay inside all the time are completely incapable of growing neckbeards, right? If there's anything on the...
Yeah. In fact, if anything, there's a positive correlation between staying inside and growing a neckbeard.
I wonder if he's trying to defend it. Like, no, I'm not a basement dweller to get this lovely neckbeard that managed to grow.
He wore a green vest with the Canadian maple leaf on his shoulder. He had no medals because Canada never goes to war.
Oh,
Wow.
it's not true.
Not only is that not true, but that is entirely fucking retarded to even say.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Like, if you'd said France and they always lose, that would have made sense. But Canada, there's like, that was never even a stereotype of Canada.
You know, Canada being peaceful, sure, that's a stereotype. Canada never having gone to war ever, that is...
That was never a stereotype.
Dude, within
that
our
ever
fucking lifetime, they've gone to war. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, not within
Yeah.
our life. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, have they?
Yeah, no, they assisted in a number of conflicts that are within our lifetime.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I thought
right.
you meant like World War II, and I was like, dude, we weren't alive back then.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
within, like, the century. I don't fucking know.
None of us are that old. Anyway.
On that note, let's see. Did you know, by the way, while we're on the subject of old things, that Betty White is actually older than sliced bread?
Seriously?
Sliced bread was invented in 1928, and Betty White was born in 1922.
Oh, shit. Dude, we can reclassify this entire show as an educational program now.
Yeah, there you go. That's it's an
Awesome.
Hey,
interesting
did
fact.
you also know that this story is shit? That's another educational fun fact.
Did you also know this fucking blows?
Now we can like rebrand it doubly as an educational program. Alright.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Continuing.
Alright, so this is Stick IT Mud. Who wants to be that?
Oh, fuck's sake. Alright.
I
well,
was Stick IT Mud,
no,
wasn't I?
you're
Because I said
narrator.
Mr. Falafel. No, I said Mr. Falafel A.
okay.
So I
I
assumed
guess
that
you
was
can.
that guy.
Oh, okay.
I may have accidentally taken the role, but
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go, continue.
It's yours now.
well, I see you brought a friend, A. Who might that be, A?
Eh?
Yeah, he's Canadian. He says A lot.
He's even more
Yeah.
Canadian than Frederick.
Somehow.
Yeah. So shit, this is the narrator, so you're talking to yourself, Lightning Rabbit.
I am Plot Dump, the narrator, at your service. This is a very silly fic.
No, you gotta say very silly. Fick!
FIC. This is a very silly FIC.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure
the
that's
Federal
supposed to be
Income
in a-
Commission.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Said Plot Dump, earning him only confused stares.
Top plump. You know, the functionality in Canada, it totally could have been worse with that crappy opening you had. What?
I think he's trying to be clever by saying, like, oh, FIC, it stands for functionality in Canada. But no, I'm also being meta because of the opening joke.
Oh, it's so not actually clever because no one actually understands the joke, but whatever.
It's fucking stupid, is what it is.
Getting a
That was
headache.
almost not funny.
Getting a headache. That is the resounding sentiment here, by the way. Stick orders a changeling intern to kill Plot Dump. Okay. The changeling complies. He then proceeds to stab Plot Dump 37 times in the chest and throw him against a potted plant. Getting goose llamas with hats!
Oh, la meme.
Stab
Oh
him
dear.
37 times in the chest! Canada doesn't go to war!
So much la meme.
Waffle has a tiny penis! Wow!
Maybe we should all tip our fucking spaghetti fedoras to this fucking guy making such an incredible story.
Oh, God. Hey, upside, with the references to the changelings, this is literally the first time in the entire story that we've actually had, like, anything beyond a passing mention to the show.
Well, let's run with that, I guess. Plot Dump, despite his wounds, crawled into the potted plant.
Gravely wounded, Plot Dump leaves this dimension to heal and narrate from a safe distance.
Plot Dump's voice narrated from seemingly nowhere.
Well, that was interesting, eh?
Said Stick.
No, it wasn't.
And then...
That was the most boring fucking thing I've read in my entire life.
Yeah.
I was
And
not
then-
amused.
And then Waffle stabs Stick and knocks out the intern.
Before Waffle could even think, he had killed Stick and knocked out the changeling. Whoa, what a surprise. Stick laid there dying from the stab wound in his chest. With his dying breath, he told Waffle,
Waffle, I am your father.
yeah, has anybody got any aspirin I can borrow?
Christ. That joke is so fucking old. It could be a member of the AARP.
It could have been a Nazi, it's so old. And funnily enough, Nazis are mentioned next. What a
Oh.
segue.
Whoa, don't spoil it.
Oh, yeah, what a spoil that would be.
This was very confusing for Waffle Falafel. Last he knew, his father, Broccoli Muffin, was living on a farm in the Griffin Kingdom, raising bunnies and sheep.
Is that a...
What, was he living in New Zealand?
Okay, at the beginning of the...
Yeah. No, he's living in Canada, I'm Canadian.
Hold on.
So,
So at the beginning of the story, he kind of says in like the intro, like, oh, cookies for anyone who can get all the references. I'm honestly wondering how many of these things are just random and how many of these are really fucking stupid references.
I'd assume it's 50-50.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, we got some new security from the Canadian Nazis.
Smacking a conveniently placed button, Stick in the Mud breathes his last. Down the hall, the wall fell down, revealing a moose with robotic eyes. The moose looked at Waffle, and Waffle looked at the moose. After a moment, the moose's eyes turned green, and it started to wander around.
It wondered what this story was doing. Oh, come on, says Stick in the Mud's ghost. I don't know why I just narrated the rest of it. Ironically, there's two narrators here. Because there's the narrator that he's tried to shoehorn in, and then there's us narrating it.
Yeah. You know what's depressing?
What?
Over the last the last 5 or so Let's Reads, since we did Living the Dream last, this is actually the story with the best grammar and sentence structure. This one, this piece of shit, is the most competently written from a purely grammatical standpoint.
That's like...
I want to drink bleach now.
You know, if I can quote Yahtzee Croshaw, since we're doing that now, since we're doing nothing but speaking in references, I'm going to say that being the most competent fanfic of the ones we've been reading is like being the fucking most beautiful man at an Andrew Lloyd Webber lookalike contest. You are not winning that fucking... You might win the competition, but...
That doesn't mean you've won. Thank you, Soundspeed. That was wonderful.
Okay.
Alright, continue now.
That having been said, back to this. Deep breath. Okay, said Stick in the Mud's ghost. The potted plant fell over and broke, throwing forth Plot Dump, who was laughing at the situation. The robotic moose walked to the plant that was now on the floor and started to eat it. Waffle Falafel played with his fiery sword, while Stick's ghost decided he should pass on to the afterlife. A moving crew carrying a bookcase walked down the hall and set it right next to Plot Dump.
Isn't he in, like, another universe or something?
Yeah.
What? It's like, I'm trying to analyze and make fun of the logic in this story, but, like, there is none. And not even in a funny way. It's just in a fucking stupid way. Like, the writer knew this thing was a piece of shit, but he didn't manage to make it so, like, ridiculous that it ends up being funny. He just made it so ridiculous that it's stupid.
It's actually really hard to read.
It's... Oh my god. People. I do not care how many funny random videos you have seen online. Simply being random is not funny. It's just random.
It has to be executed correctly.
I'll agree that the story does need to be executed, yeah.
There's a massively fine art to making... Like, when it looks like someone's put no effort into a video and it's funny, it's actually taken a lot of effort to put very little effort in.
Yeah, there's a reason why, you know, videos by guys like Film Cow consistently are amusing, despite, like, the fact that, like, they are well random, and something like this is consistently failing, despite also being well random. And the reason is there has to be a certain degree of internal consistency to the randomness. There has to be something there. It can't just be random. It has to be bizarrely logically random. Anyway, moving on.
Don't try to be too smart around this story, Duhad. You might hurt yourself.
It's too late.
Okay. After a while, the changeling stirred. When he opened his eyes, he was greeted by the moose looking at him. Who wants to be the changeling?
I'll be the changeling. Like I said all the other time. Okay, where's the right here? Who? There is a moose. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is the. Wait, is that the? No, that's the changeling. It's not the moose. Ooh, there is a moose here.
The moose twitched.
Never seen one up close. They're always so far away.
One of the moose's eyes turned red.
Its presence could disturb the universe. Plain The universe's plane of existence.
It could definitely not. It's a moose.
So, what? Isn't he also wandering around at this point?
You'd think, but... The moose let out a cry of rage, both eyes red with a black G in the center.
What?
Plot Dump almost wet himself before he moved some books aside and jumped into the space, vanishing completely. Out of the moose's body sprung many weapons. On his right was a Gatling gun that had a pattern of there, and there. A sword that had whom written on it, and an erg with its written on it. On the moose's left sprung another Gatling gun with an inscription of SS and S written on the barrels, another sword with who written on it, and yet another erg that had its scribbled on it with what appears to be crayon.
That was so fucking stupid. My brain just broke.
Literally, I had to think of something else. I had to pretend I was somewhere else. It was a coping mechanism that popped up that prevented me from reading this fucking story.
Is he trying to make a callback to when they said Canadian Nazis because it's like grammar Nazi and it's talking about that is such a loose callback. I would not have gotten. I would not have gotten.
That's probably not even what it is. It's probably that you put together something that isn't even put there in the first place.
Oh no, no, just
what he's
fucking
actually
wait.
trying to say makes no fucking sense.
I swear to God. Alright. Before the intern could realize his folly, the great grammar moose of grammar stabbed him with its and its, shot him with there, SS and S, and pulverized the remaining bits with who and whom. Then Moose turned to Waffle.
Because violence is funny.
The issue with this is that it's kind of like a who's on first base thing with the it shot him with there, and there thing. But it doesn't work.
Dude, no it's not. Fucking who's on first is clever and it's wordplay.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, it's kind of like a really shit rip-off of that.
Well, that would, like, yeah, but it's like... they'll be like saying, like, oh god, that would require, like, someone to, like, I don't know, like, code to someone else and go, like, oh my god, he just murdered someone. Really? Where? Over there. He killed him with there. There? Yes, he killed him with there. Which there? That there. I don't know. Fuck,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Like
but the thing is, he's trying to do some sort of clever wordplay, but there's no reason for the wordplay. There was no reason for this moose to be a grammar moose. It just made it really fucking confusing to read.
What's there? What's there? Where? There? What's there? Where? Fuck's sake. I can't even... I'm trying to make that a joke, make it a joke that would work, and I can't even do it.
I know. Well, there was a story I read once that actually, like, it was a pony fanfic, believe it or not, on FimFiction, that did, like, a who's on first joke, and they did it really well. It was, like, their name were, like, what and why, and I don't know, like, a bunch of questions, but, like, they were spelled differently, so it was, like, HWATT and WIY or something, and like, they were getting really confused, and it was like, it was funny, it's who's on first, you know?
Yeah.
This is fucking garbage.
Yeah, and there's a if you want a good example of that sort of joke, actually, there's a great one that the Reduced Shakespeare Company did about bands from like the '80s, which is like who's your favorite band from the '70s? The Who. No, who's your favorite band from the '70s? No, The Who. Okay, where did you see them? In Boston. Wait, Boston? No, I like Chicago, not Boston.
Oh, I get it. I actually really like that. You gotta show me that one. All right,
yeah, it's great. It's great stuff. Anyway, continuing though with the bad.
Trying to think of funny things to get through this unfunny thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Time seemed as slow as a flamethrower labeled sprouted from the moose's chest. Moose fired at Waffle as he neared the bookshelf. As the flames grew close, Waffle's life flashed before his eyes. Childhood memories flashed before him. Memories. Good and bad flashed up. I know that they you just told me that. Up to this current moment. And not a single was misused. The flames of repelled off of Waffle and came back at Moose. Knowing his fate, the great grammar moose of grammar exploded as Waffle dove into the bookcase.
I don't even know what the fuck to...
It's like reading a seizure. It's like...
This is like reading... hemorrhoids.
Like, it's just like not a pleasure at all to read.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm wading through a swamp of grammatical shit. and that's all that's happening, and I
like, the
don't
wor-
like it.
Again, like kind of the saddest and worst part of this is like not even like the fact that this being the best written thing I've seen in a while is depressing all on its own because like God, the things I've been reading recently. But even beyond that, like the person clearly has just enough understanding of the English language that is super depressing that the thing they decide to use it for is to write this fucking story.
They were so close.
What do you mean they weren't close at all? Fucking, this is a complete.
They have like a grasp on the English language. Like that is a fucking commodity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the shit we read, this is like the fucking holy grail being used as a toilet.
Oh no, it's got the holy grail of actual proper grammatical spelling goodness, but the actual subject content is just complete rubbish.
Yeah.
It's a complete waste of type space.
Oh God, I miss living the dream, and that's terrible.
God damn it, Cabral, I should have been here.
Ugh. Anyway.
Goodbye, Grammar One, for I have misjudged you, was the last Moose ever spoke.
What?
Asterisk, tilde, asterisk, tilde, asterisk.
Hey, wake up! Hey man, wake up!
Waffle stirred in his sleep. Stupid voices always trying to wake him up.
Wait, fuck, it's plot
That's
dump.
plot dump.
Go ahead, Lightning, just take
Pause
back
it.
over.
Come on, Waffle. I know the fourth wall takes a lot of energy to break, but this is no time for a nap. Doesn't take that much energy. You've done it this whole story.
Plot dump's voice. He carried into his head. What? Why did it? Why? What?
That doesn't look
Waffle.
right.
Waffle's opened. Shit. Waffle opened one eye just to be greeted by Plot Dump's mask. Waffle reached up and tilted Plot Dump's hat slightly to the side.
There. You are now a rebel without a cause.
Said Waffle.
Why?
Fuck you! That's why.
When Plot Dump didn't reply, Waffle took it upon himself to look around. An infinite white surrounded him on all sides. Small tears opened every once in a while, spewing forth a wide variety of characters.
Where am I?
Asked
Welcome.
Waffle.
Welcome to the author's mind. No,
Empty.
empty.
Like the name of the
Just as I
story,
expected.
hey.
Yeah. Welcome to the fourth wall.
Plot Dump said.
This is the biggest government secret. This is the place between realities where the storyboard meets the virtual world. Everyone that uses this place can travel between any story, any game, any move they choose. Most just use it to travel to other places in their own home world. Yeah, my favourite game.
Oh,
Homeworld.
yeah.
You could go to Homeworld if you're in the fourth wall.
You
Yeah,
could. I
right.
wouldn't want to, though. People get tortured there.
Oh, okay.
People
So,
get tortured here too.
Why am I here?
Yeah, but I don't want space age torture.
Oh, Jesus. This gotta be worse than regular torture.
Yeah, they got this whole machine. They're like the concept art. There's like this whole machine that just you strap into it, and it's just knives everywhere. It's not nice. Avoid that.
It's your turn, by the way.
Okay, sorry, I had to crack on the beer ball. So why am I here? Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, no.
You are in a story completely known as, commonly known as Shattered.
Not fucking commonly,
Commonly known as shite.
But it's not called Shattered, it's called Empty.
That's the name of the fucking chapter. Plot Dump
Yeah.
replied.
So this is all written by someone who has been controlling me from the beginning.
Correct, but now he isn't. The creators cannot control you here. This is our world outside their reach.
You never told me why I'm here.
Sighed Waffle.
You must destroy your world.
Waffle just stared at Plot Dump.
What?
Your world must be destroyed. You must help us free ourselves from our creators.
Said Plot Dump.
It is the only way to gain control of our lives.
Waffle turned to regard a tear behind him, the tear that held his world.
There's cake here.
Said Plot Dump. Waffle Falafel let out a squeal. With one fluent motion, he threw his sword into the rift.
Is this fucking Metal Gear Solid 2?
I feel like it's the end of shit Fable.
Maybe, but like seriously, like this weird meta bullshit about like free will and it's like it's fucking MGS2. You know, the one no one liked.
Yeah.
By the way, the end of Metal Gear Solid 2 is fucking trippy as hell. Look it up, people.
I've never seen it.
It's something to behold. It's like it basically goes full meta.
I can't wait.
Anyway, continuing though.
The one Templar was sitting in his school's library computer lab. Ah, yes, 4th grade, my favorite. As he was finishing up his story, he noticed a red dot on his screen. After a moment, the red dot got bigger and bigger. Oh, it's one of those Jeff the Killer Screamer things. It looked a lot like a fiery sword. After a moment, the sword reached the screen, bust through, and impaled the one Templar. The one Templar fell over dead, with a sword in his head.
Yay!
Where will the story go without an author? No one knows.
Let's
It
hope
is
no
now
one.
in the hands of Plot Dump and Waffle Falafel. Author's note. This story is a silly one for mine and your amusement. Hoped you
Nope.
liked it. Cookie for whomever can get all the references.
Well, half of them were just stupid, so I got most of my cookies, I think. Comments?
There are literally 2 comments. You want to read these 2 comments because
Yeah, I'll read the comment.
yeah, start from the bottom because it's the first one, obviously.
The Abyss says, "You really need to work on formatting this. It was so bad I couldn't even read it." To which the one Templar replies, "Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go in and double space everything by hand so it would be submitted, so let me fix it."
So the
That's
one
it.
thing he fixed was
The formatting, which is still fucking weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to leave a comment, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to think about this anymore. I never want to think about this ever again.
Ooh,
It's
I feel like this is a dark stain on the
on the
Let's
whole
Read
program.
catalog.
Oh god, this is up there with Gamebo in terms of just. Oh god,
How did you fuck up reading Gamebo Dash?
it's not even that that story is so fucking stupid.
But I love Gamebo Dash. It's got that J-Bond flair.
Oh, I put it in like the thing. I was a big proponent of it, but like the reading of it was just like the most
Horrendous.
confusing thing. Like there's nothing harder than trying to read a story that is got no formatting, especially with multiple readers and voices. But this one's taking the cake for the thing that is probably the most mind-numbingly awful thing we've read. And you know, actually, no, that's taking that cake away from fucking My Little Fluttershy, which was that one hurt.
I don't
This
even
one-
remember that one.
This one just makes me sad.
Oh. Well, you know what, people? I'm sure there's like one person out there who's been like for the last couple of weeks just saying like, God, I can't wait till they get the full team back together. Man, I wish they got the full team back together. I don't care what they read as long as they got the full team back together. Hope you enjoyed
really
that
think
fucking
someone said
monkey's
that?
paw.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope that's treating you well. Please let Satan know I said hi.
Alright, thank you all for coming along and reading with us. We'll hopefully be back to living the dream next week. Cabral, if you're out there,
Fuck yourself right in the asshole.
right in it. Okay, have a nice week, and we'll see you guys next time.
Let's read.
Let's read.